Have you ever noticed how some people look calm on the outside, yet inside they are braced for impact? Like even in a normal conversation. Their chest is slightly tight, their smile is slightly measured, and their mind is quietly scanning for the moment something will go wrong. They can be laughing with you, but part of them is already preparing an exit. They do not call it fear. They call it being smart, being careful, being mature. But the truth is, they are emotionally on guard, even when nothing is happening. And here is the confusing part. Many of them are not dramatic. They are not loud. They are not needy. They often look strong, responsible, put together. So why do they feel like safety is always temporary? Why does their nervous system act like love, attention, or closeness is something that can flip at any moment? And the more they hide it, lonelier it feels inside. Here is the psychology behind people who live with their emotional defenses up. 1. They learn that peace can change fast. For some people, the first lesson about feelings was not comfort. It was unpredictability. One moment, the room was normal. The next moment, it was tense. A tone shift, a slammed door, a look that meant, you better be careful. So their brain did what brains do. It adapted. Psychology calls this learning through association. Your mind links cues with outcomes. If warmth was followed by withdrawal, your brain learns warmth can be a trap. If laughter was followed by criticism, your brain learns good moments do not last. So now, as an adult, they can be having a great day and still feel a shadow behind it. They might be in a healthy relationship and still flinch at silence. Not because the partner is dangerous, but because their memory is. This is also where negativity bias shows up. The brain stores threats more strongly than comfort. One painful switch can outweigh 10 steady days. So they monitor, they anticipate, they stay ready, because being surprised feels worse than being sad. 2. Their nervous system confuses calm with vulnerability. Some people do not feel relaxed when things are calm. They feel exposed. Like if they let their guard down, that is exactly when life will hit them. This is not a personality flaw. It is nervous system training. Think of the fight, flight, freeze response. If you lived in long periods of stress, your body learned to stay activated. Over time, that activation becomes familiar. It becomes normal. It becomes home. So when peace arrives, it feels unfamiliar, almost suspicious. Their body says, why is it quiet? What am I missing? Their mind starts searching for problems to explain the discomfort. That is why they can be safe and still feel uneasy. You might see it as overthinking, but underneath, it is hypervigilance. They are tracking microsignals, the pause before a reply, the shift in facial expression, the way someone says, fine. It can look like emotional intelligence, because they read people well. And sometimes it is. But sometimes it is survival dressed as insight. They are not watching you because they want control. They are watching because their body believes control is safety. 3. They mistake self-control for self-worth. People who are emotionally on guard often pride themselves on being composed. They do not like needing. They do not like asking. They do not like showing mess. Because somewhere along the line, they learned a rule. If I stay in control, I cannot be hurt. This connects to something called the illusion of control. The mind overestimates how much control can prevent pain. So they manage everything they can. Their tone, their facial expression, their words, their timing, their image. And when they do that long enough, it becomes identity. They do not just use control. They become the controlled one, the strong one, the one who never falls apart. But here is what happens. Any situation that threatens that control feels dangerous. A deep talk, a vulnerable moment, a question that gets too close. So they keep emotions behind glass. They share facts, not feelings. They tell you what happened, but not what it did to them. And if they do open up, they often regret it quickly. Not because you reacted badly, but because they feel exposed. Like they just broke their own rule. This is why some people can love you and still keep a distance. They want connection, but they fear what connection demands. Presence, softness, uncertainty. 4. Their inner critic acts like a security guard. Another hidden reason people stay emotionally guarded is not other people. It is their own mind. Their inner voice is always checking. Did you say too much? Did you look needy? Did you seem weak? Did you sound stupid? That inner critic often comes from social comparison. If they grew up in environments where worth was measured, they learn to scan themselves the way others scan them. They become their own judge. So even when someone is kind, their brain is still running the evaluation. How am I performing? Am I being too much? Am I being enough? This is where confirmation bias keeps them trapped. If they expect rejection, they interpret neutral moments as proof. A late reply becomes, they do not care. A short text becomes, I annoyed them. A distracted look becomes, I am not important. So they protect themselves in advance. They pull back first. They act fine first. They detach first. From the outside, it can look like emotional independence. But on the inside, it is often fear of being seen and not chosen. Let me tell you a story that might sound familiar. Imagine someone named Daniel. He is the friend everyone trusts. He's the coworker who stays calm in chaos. He's the partner who never yells. People describe him as stable. But Daniel is stable the way a locked door is stable. When his girlfriend asks, what is wrong? He smiles and says, nothing. When his boss praises him, he feels relief, not joy. When his friends invite him out, he goes. But he watches the room like a guard. He is not cold. He is tense. He is always doing the math. How to not disappoint. How to not be embarrassing. How to not be a problem. And the sad part is, Daniel does not even notice he is doing it, because he has been doing it for years. 5. They learn that closeness has a cost. For guarded people, closeness is not just warmth. It is risk. Because closeness means someone can see their real self, and the real self has needs. Fear, anger, longing, imperfection. If their early relationships taught them that needs lead to shame, then they will hide needs. If they were punished for expressing emotions, they will edit emotions. This is where attachment styles matter. People with anxious or avoidant patterns often learn that connection is unstable. Anxious types fear abandonment, so they cling internally and mask it externally. Avoidant types fear being controlled, so they pull away even when they care. Either way, being close does not feel simple. It feels like balancing on a wire, so they become experts at microdistance. They keep conversations light. They use humor to dodge depth. They change the subject when the air gets honest. They say, I am fine, before you even ask. They also become skilled at giving, because giving feels safer than receiving. If they are useful, they feel secure. If they are needed, they feel protected. But love is not supposed to be earned through performance. It is supposed to be lived through presence. Now here's the turning point. Being emotionally on guard is not a character trait. It is a pattern, a strategy, a learned response. And learned responses can be updated. The first step is self-awareness. Notice your body when you are with people who are safe. Do you still brace? Do you still rehearse? Do you still scan? The second step is naming. Instead of saying, I am just private, try saying, I feel unsafe when I get too open. That honesty is powerful. The third step is building tolerance for calm. If calm feels wrong, you practice calm. You do not force vulnerability. You build it slowly. You share a small truth and watch what happens. You let someone respond well and let your brain record it. That is how you rewire. Not with one big leap, with many small proofs. And if you love someone who is guarded, do not take it personally. Their walls were built before you arrived. Consistency matters more than intensity. Patience matters more than pressure. Make safety boring. Make kindness predictable. That is what their nervous system needs. So here is the takeaway. If you feel emotionally on guard, it does not mean you are broken. It means your mind learned to protect you. But protection can become a prison. You deserve relationships where you do not have to hold your breath. You deserve conversations where your honesty does not feel like danger. You deserve a life where your body can finally unclench. If this hit you, stay with this channel. We decode human behavior in a way that makes you feel seen, not judged. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe and join the community. Because the moment you understand your patterns, you stop being controlled by them. You start choosing gently every single day.